Hi, I'm Rachel from Healthy Cornwall, and I thought I would talk to you today about protein. What is it? Why do we need it? And lots of other questions as well. I am going to start with the science bit, but please don't get scared and run away. It's only going to last for a few seconds. So, protein is made up of amino acids. There are 20 in total. There are 12 non-essential, which means that our body can make them itself. And there are 8 essential, and these are the ones we need to concern ourselves with because these are the ones our bodies can't make. So we have to make sure we get the right protein into our diet so our bodies can have everything that they need. Now, our bodies use protein for lots of different things. The most obvious one is cellular growth and repair, but they also use it to make hormones and enzymes and other chemicals. It can help maintain fluid balance in the tissues. It helps transport nutrients and carries oxygen and lots of other things. So you can see that it's actually a really important thing for us to have. Now, we can get protein in our diet from 2 main ways, from animal-based products and from plant-based products. So our animal products are quite the obvious ones. We've got our meat, our fish and our eggs. Our plant-based ones, there's a lovely wide variety here, and I've got a few examples to show you. So we've got things like our beans, pulses. I've got some kidney beans here. I've got some chickpeas, and I've also got a packet of lentils. Do please excuse the product placement. It is not intentional, and obviously other brands are available. You can also get plant-based protein from things like soy and corn products, and also from nuts and seeds. So we need about 2 to 3 portions of protein a day. So what constitutes a portion? When we're looking at meat, we're looking at roughly the size of our palm or a deck of playing cards. Fish, we can have slightly more, so it's going to be the whole of our hand. And eggs is going to be 2 eggs makes a portion of protein. When we're looking at plant-based protein, it's going to be 3 heaped tablespoons of something like these lentils, or if you want to think about it in hand, it's a scoopful of your hand. So we can have a bit more of those plant-based things. So what you're going to choose with regards to weight management, your meat is going to be your white meat and your fish because they are lower in saturated fat. There's nothing wrong with red meat, it's just often we have a little bit too much of it in our diet and it is higher in saturated fat. So our white meat and fish are going to be good, and the meats we are going to try and avoid are going to be our really processed meats. So our bacon, our sausages, things like that, because not only are they high in saturated fat, but they're really high in salt as well. And when we're having fish, we're going to hopefully have 1 portion of white fish and 1 portion of oily fish a week, because that oily fish is going to give us lots of other nutrients. The plant-based protein is good for us because it's super low in fat, and also it's really cheap, especially if you buy it in these dry in packets. It costs pence and it will last you for absolutely ages. If you're a vegetarian and a vegan, there is just one thing that you do need to make note of, is that you need to have a good combination of the different beans, pulses, soy, nuts and seeds, things like that. Because without going into too much detail, the protein that you get there is an incomplete protein. So it means it doesn't have all of those 8 essential amino acids that you need. So if you're a meat eater, don't worry, because that's a complete protein. But if you're a vegetarian or vegan, then just make sure if you're having a meal, don't just put 1 lot in, put 2 or 3 lots in, and then you know you're going to be okay. There's nothing really to say that there are any health benefits to eating lots and lots of protein. So if I were you, I would just stick to having your 2 to 3 portions a day and just making sure that it's good, healthy protein and that you're having it in the right amount. So when you sit down to your meal next, have a little think about, are you getting the right amount of protein, and is it good quality protein?